Hello, Oracles. Oracle Tim here from Oracle Investments. Well, we've got Austin production coming online soon. We don't know when. We know there's huge news coming out this week about Austin. Assumptions are that production is starting. That is outstanding news. Is there going to be any more news coming out of this? We don't know. It would be amazing to find out. And remember, this isn't confirmed. This is just rumor that news is going to be coming out. But this is what gives us the alpha position as Tesla, a community. We have this information. So with the stock pulling back even more this morning pre-market, if you are looking for an entry point, nobody can time the market. Nobody knows what's going to happen today or tomorrow. But when we have anticipated great news like this coming, you can certainly bet that buying in on a day where we're looking red, knowing this news is coming, could be great for your for buying prices. Again, we are waiting on the barbecue date as well, but this is great news. Now, let's take a look at Austin a little closer. So the land that Tesla owns down in Austin is 2,000 acres. Currently, their factory that they are in construction with is about a postage stamp of that. Keep in mind that this factory is also a mile long. So think about that in magnitude going forward. They're going to have the battery factory. They're going to have the Cybertruck factory down there. How many vehicles do you think they're going to be able to produce out of this whole entire land? What else are they going to put on this 2,000 acres? Just thinking about the fact that Elon had also said that this is a long-term $10 billion investment. This is huge. This is now their headquarters. They're going to have some serious product coming out of Austin. And now let's look at this comparatively to, let's say, Ford. Ford just announced that they're doubling their capacity for the Ford F-150 Lightning EV that is going to be about 150,000 units annually. And based off of rough numbers, it looks like that's going to be a time frame of about 2024. This year, we are looking on the low end of Austin producing 150,000 Model Ys. And if they get the Cybertruck online, that's even more vehicles. So in this year alone, Tesla will be producing more out of their brand new Austin factory than Ford will be producing of the Ford F-150 Lightning in 2 years. GM last year sold 24,000 Bolts. That was before they recalled them all in September. In Q4, they produced 26 vehicles. Not 26,000, 26 EVs total for Q4. That is how you lead, folks. That right there is how you lead the EV revolution, is with 26 vehicles. Anyway, kudos to Ford for doing this. Ford and Tesla are the only two automotive makers in the country who have not gone bankrupt. And Ford has acknowledged Tesla is the leader. Ford is not out there touting themselves as number one. Ford knows they have a lot of work ahead of them, and Ford is willing to put in that effort to go there. So I applaud you, Ford. You are honest with yourself. You are honest with where you're going. I wish you the best. It's going to be an uphill battle. You have to remember, with all of these legacy automakers, in the beginning, even happened with Tesla, when you're creating EVs, you're losing money. You're going to lose money for a while until you get to mass scale. That's where Tesla hit last year. And so all of these legacy automakers are going to be going through that. At the same time, their ICE vehicles are going to be losing money. GM was down 43% year over year for Q4. And so when you do this and you're losing revenue on your bread and butter vehicles, and you're trying to, gain money with EVs, but you're losing money there too, you're just losing money on both ends. You're burning the candle at both ends. And this is going to lead them down a dark rabbit hole that they might not be able to come out of. And you have to remember that these legacy automakers have massive debt. And how do you pay off your debt? With higher income and higher margins and higher profits. That is going to not be happening at all with legacy. Legacy auto is going to be losing sales. They're going to have less margin. They're going to have less profits. That is going to hurt them. And this way they're going to be taking on more debt and paying off less of it. They're just going to have bigger bags to hold over the next 10 years. If they can make it through it, great. They will be a shell of their former selves come the end of the decade. Chances are they will not make it. They are obviously already using government support to get them there, and that's not helping either. Tesla's profits, on the other hand, are exponentially increasing already, and we don't even have Austin and Berlin online yet. So again, if Austin starts production this week, which would be outstanding, they'll be producing at minimum 150,000 vehicles by the end of the year. Berlin should be coming online soon as well. And don't forget that both of these factories are ready to hit the ground running. They're ready to go, just waiting for that button to get pressed to say, go ahead, and they get the thumbs up, and then bam, they're going to hit the ground running. That doesn't mean they're going to be pumping out 5,000 vehicles a day. They still have to go through the initial ramp up like they had said before, and they're looking at about 30,000 vehicles over the first 6 months. Totally normal. Shanghai went through the same thing. It's just to get yourself rolling and ramped up. That is what the initial ramp is like. But assuming that these two factories are going to learn something from Shanghai, they will be ramping at a faster pace to start, and it'll get up to ramp faster than Shanghai did. And remember, Legacy Auto is not immune to this either. When they have a new factory of EVs starting up, it's a slow ramp. I mean, look at the Ford F-150 Lightning, look at the Mach-E. They're not pumping out a ton of vehicles initially. It's a slow ramp. And so that's what's going to happen with all of them. And Tesla is just that much further ahead. And they have the knowledge of what it's like to ramp EVs. EVs ramping are going to be different than ICE vehicles ramping. It's a different process, different challenges that you have to go through, different experiences. Tesla has those experiences. Tesla has learned from them. Everybody else still has those growing pains to go through. And so while yesterday we saw the market cheer Ford and GM for their efforts and their sales for Q4 and for 2021, just a reminder, that's short term. We are looking long term. Look 5 years down the road. Where are Ford and GM going to be compared to Tesla? I think Ford will be in a better position than GM, but their position will still be far behind Tesla. So I'm really excited about what's going to be coming out of Austin this week. Again, follow me on Twitter. I will have all the information that I see as soon as I see it posted there, and then I'll do a video to follow up with more information on it later. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think the news is that is going to be coming out of Austin this week? And let me know if you think Ford or GM will last to the end of the decade. And if so, what will they look like at that point? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you watching. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. I am on Twitter at OracleTim1. Thank you all so much. I will see you later.